Alright guys, so today's the day. We are reacting to Sylus's brand new promise card, Freefall Gambit. I'm so excited. I know nothing. I've been lucky enough to avoid spoilers for this one. I got caught with the Raphael one, just a little though. But I'm still very excited for both. I'm also excited to see if they give our man an actual pinstripe outfit, like the photo suggests. They did Raphael dirty in his one card where they didn't give him the pinstripe outfit, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they did our man some justice with the pinstripe outfit. But yeah, guys, alright, we're gonna just jump right on into it. The protocore taken away by Shade Tide seems to be connected to Sylus. Oh, you don't say. Shit, I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Well, that was quick enough. Alright, cool. Alright.
We've located the abandoned vehicle. Now we're awaiting further orders.
Isn't that Simone? Why are they like blocking her out and calling her colleague? Is that not just Simone? Search it. Recently, Lincoln City has seen a sudden increase in smuggled protocores. It's suspicious. And after conducting an investigation, we traced them to a gang called Shade Tide. With my team, we tracked down this batch of protocores and finally discovered Shade Tide's transport vehicle near a factory.
The truck's empty. The Shade Tide members are unconscious, and the protocores are gone. Looks like someone robbed them.
Gee, I wonder who.
There's no sign of a struggle. That means whoever took over the truck did it as soon as they appeared. But who could pull off something like this?
I walk around the crime scene and spot a strange track in a clearing. Did you see any motorcycle tracks over there and run an analysis?
We did. They're definitely motorcycle tires from last year's Axis RT-018 model.
Someone who I'm well acquainted with uses RX-018 tires. Take the Shade Tide members back to Unicorn's HQ. I
hope you're having a pleasant night, sweetie. Tonight's moonlight is lovely.
Oh my god. I look up at the sky, but before I can see the moon, a small red beam flashes. Guessing Sylus's location, I turn it and wave in that direction. I let the laser dot settle in my palm. I'm not. Someone is aiming his laser sight at me.
But I'm pretty sure you waved hello. Doesn't that mean you're in a good mood?
What if I'm signaling my team to catch you?
Would you really do that?
No.
I was nice enough to leave behind a clue related to the smuggled protocores.
The red dot moves down from my palm and traces the rough outline of a protocore on the ground. As soon as I saw those tire tracks, I knew it was you. You never talked about Shade Tide before. I guess they're not affiliated with you?
Having underlings who break deals so shamelessly would only ruin Anakinus' reputation. I destroyed the protocores, by the way. Don't waste your time chasing them.
I feel like you didn't like their quality.
Of course. You know I have high standards.
Before I can ask another question, the red beam flickers and disappears.
Your colleague will be here soon. Until we meet again, sweetie.
The comms channel is silent, and sure enough, my colleague arrives shortly after.
The Shade Tide members are in custody. Should we go after whoever robbed the protocores?
No more troublesome than Side Shade. Return to the association building and wait for orders. I have a lead I want to follow. I'll head back later.
All right. Stay safe.
After seeing my colleague's car disappear, I switch my communication device and location tracker. Then I think about my next course of action. But is Sylus really going back to Anakinus' base? It's practically on the other side of the world. Mephisto! I hear a crow in the distance. I raise my head and see Mephisto perched on a branch. He meets my gaze, lazily flapping his wings. He flies off without an explanation. Great. You're leading me somewhere again? Mephisto brings me to a room on a nearby hotel's top floor. Then he finds a place to rest. We got here faster than Sylus. I can tell Sylus has been living in this place for a while. Almost everything I can see is familiar. That's the butterfly knife I gave him last week, and the gems I picked out for him. Gems? What? You just giving that boy gems? Didn't he say this tableware was tasteless? But he's using it. So Sylus stayed here while keeping an eye on everything. No wonder he hasn't been at Onakainis' base recently. I turn my head to Mephisto. Where's the big butterfly bow tie I made for him? Where's the big butterfly bow tie I made for you? Like, why aren't you wearing it? He obviously isn't too fond of that gift. I pick up a gem, wave it, and then toss it aside. Of course, he loves the shinies. Mephisto rushes over to retrieve it. Before he can return it to me, I throw another one. After several rounds of fetch, I notice there aren't many gems left on the desk. Sylus hasn't returned. Hey, Mephi, isn't it a little unreasonable for him to be out this late? Speak of the devil. As soon as the thought pops into my mind, I turn off the lights and hide behind the door. Yet, when the footsteps are 1 second away from my trap, they stop.
Not here, huh? I guess I'll walk around. Again.
I hear him move away, but the door suddenly swings open when I'm about to ambush him. Luckily, I always have a backup plan when I deal with Sylus. I press my finger gun against his forehead.
Should I also say I'm not having a pleasant night?
Sylus tilts his head, which makes my finger slide down to the tip of his nose. Yeah, you're late. Even though it's an offhanded complaint, Sylus looks amused. Sylus takes my hand and puts something in it. Before I could register what it is, he gently squeezes my finger gun.
I confess, I found a lead. I figured I'd help speed things up for the Hunters Association.
Oh, because he's just so charitable and nice like that. The room light flickers on as he walks in. I see a protocore fragment in one hand. Is this from the batch you took?
It broke off before I finished destroying them. It doesn't match the others from the shipment. I could have thrown it away with everything else, but I assumed you were interested in their goods.
Holding the protocore fragment up to the light, I noticed the old cracks in it. This isn't a normal protocore. It has tiny cracks and a fibrous texture. Protocores like this can explode if damaged. I saw one at the association.
Are you always this observant?
Sylus picks up a bottle from the wine cabinet, grabs 2 glasses, and carries them to the balcony. He comfortably sits down near a small side table. With a million questions on my mind, I join him. Of course, I'm a professional hunter, so nothing gets overlooked. I lean in to study Sylus, but he presses a cold glass against my cheek.
What sort of conclusions did this professional hunter draw from observing me up close?
I can tell you're up to something.
Indeed. Why else would I have invited my professional hunter?
Oh, the raspy. We should stay on topic. A wisp of black-red mist pulls an empty chair over to Silas's side. Looking at me, he raises an eyebrow.
You've been working all night. Aren't you tired?
Tell me your plans for Shade Tide. I won't sit down until you do.
Ah, then I'll tell you later. I think you're enjoying the fact you get to be taller than me right now.
Oh my god.
Is that why you're in a good mood, sweetie?
Oh my god, stop. Is it that obvious?
Try glaring a little harder next time.
Oh my god, stop. Being seen through makes things less fun. I make a face and sit down beside him. I just want to know what you're really after. Considering Shay Tide's size, you could have dealt with them using any lackey. Even Mephi. Why are you personally getting involved?
You're not wrong. Mephisto can give it a shot next time.
Mephisto glances at Sylus before turning away.
They took my goods, but refused to honor our agreement. They even had the nerve to mess with the N109 zone.
Ooh.
I can't let people think the rules I set in N109 are just for show.
No, yeah, that's true.
And everything that's mine will always be mine. I won't tolerate losing anything.
Yes, sir. So, when they didn't keep up their end of the deal, you hijacked their protocors as a warning? As they say, an eye for an eye. He fiddles with my hair as he responds with a deliberate playfulness.
That's not how I operate, sweetie. It's a little too fair for my taste.
No wonder Shay Tai is staying under the radar lately. They don't want to keep messing around with you.
Really? But according to my intel, they're not giving up. They plan on transporting everything by air.
Damn.
And the explosive protocore you mentioned is probably in that batch. We can cause a little bit of chaos and hijack a plane. What do you say?
Yo, what? He holds out his palm like he's expecting me to high-five him. I mean, hell yeah. With my hand, I make a scissors gesture and snip his palm. Oh my god. Scissors beats paper. I win. But is hijacking a plane the only thing you'll do?
What do you mean?
We ended up blowing up someone's truck after we hijacked it. You even said it was a minor dispute, too. And before that, you said we were going to be Robin Hood for a bit. But you scared them so much that they returned everything down to kindness. Why did you give that old lady a box of small explosives anyway?
She's from the N109 zone. Don't underestimate her.
Oh. Well, I want to prevent your bounty from increasing. Let's forget about it this time. Sylus barely reacts, but he quietly covers my hand with his.
All restricted items must be confiscated.
This isn't contraband. Why are you taking it away?
If I could, I'd confiscate your refusal, too.
Huh? Sylus absentmindedly swirls his glass. The bubbles rise like his dangerous thoughts. If Shade Tide tries to do anything, the association will handle it. We'll move in and seize everything once their plane lands. You can stand by and watch. We'll avenge you, more or less. Sylus flicks my forehead.
You're so noble. We're on a balcony under the night sky, sweetie. With such romantic scenery, we're obligated to say something more appropriate. Save your formal talk for when you write your association report.
Heavy clouds blink at the sky and hide the moon. Sylus, however, seems to be enjoying himself. He taps his fingers on the table to the beat of the music. Behind us, Mephisto ruins the mood with an ill-timed caw. How is this romantic when we have a crow cawing in the background?
Romance is something you choose to feel.
He gently taps my head.
Give it a try.
Oh my god.
Are you ready? Shade Tide is loading up the protocors so they can be transported.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan. My cover hasn't been blown, and I'm about to get on the plane with them. After returning to the Hunters Association, I turned in the explosive protocor fragment and explained Shade Tide's plan. Their flight route passes over the city. To prevent a mid-air explosion, the Association decided to intervene. My colleagues would ambush them at the plane's destination. Meanwhile, I'll disguise myself as a member of Shade Tide and seal the explosive protocor.
Try not to fight them while the plane is in the air. Safety first.
Understood. The call ends, and I switch the comms channel to contact Sylus. Drop the hijacking idea. We already have a plan in place. If you show up, you'll only be walking into a trap.
I see a fierce kitten is flexing her claws. However, it's unusually quiet on your end. It doesn't sound like your colleagues are nearby.
Does he have to be this observant? We upgraded the security for our comm channels. That's all. Sylus chuckles.
Good luck.
We'll be fine. The call ends. I destroy and throw away the communication device before stepping out from my hiding place behind a wall. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly, and Sylus doesn't reveal any surprises.
Hey, quit dawdling and get on the plane!
Understood, sir. We're on a small private aircraft with a limited amount of seats. Shade Tide only sent 5 people. The rest of the plane is occupied by crates filled with protocors. Before long, we're above the clouds at cruising altitude. Are you sure we shouldn't double check? The boss wants every protocor accounted for.
Are you that worried?
Okay then. But if we lose a few, it's on you.
Don't you... Ugh. Fine. Check the back.
While everyone is busy playing cards, I move to the back of the plane and carefully take out my protocor detector. I pretend to count the protocors while secretly scanning the shipment. When I pass a certain crate, the detector's red light turns on. I open the crate, use the resonance evol to isolate the explosive protocor, and then seal it. Nothing bad has happened yet. Now I need to wait until we land. I hear 2 knocks from the cabin door. Everyone looks towards the sound.
I must be hearing things. Is someone knocking from outside the plane?
Oh my god, stop!
We're thousands of meters in the air. Who'd be knocking?
What? Suspicious. I focus and notice a faint beeping at the door. I heard this before. Sylus and I hijacked that truck! I realize what's outside the door and quickly take cover. Meanwhile, the Shade Tide members are slow on the uptake.
Wait, that isn't knocking. It's the countdown for a bomb!
Jesus! The cabin door warps and bursts open because of the explosion. It triggers the emergency alarms that immediately blare throughout the cabin. The turbulence lasts only a few seconds before the pressure control system stabilizes the cabin and temperature. Without the cabin door, the wind howls grow louder, and aircraft hovers above us.
Despite being Shade Tide rats, you picked a nice hiding spot.
Yay!
Did you really think we couldn't find you just because you took to the skies?
Damn it. It's Onakainis.
One of the younger Shade Tide members contacts the cockpit intercom and yells at the pilot.
They're practically on top of us. Change course already. Do something.
Before he could continue, the plane jerks violently. They did jip us at the pinstripe outfit. Gosh dang it. A familiar figure leaps from the aircraft above. Amidst a swirl of violent black-red mist, they land in the doorway that was breached. Sylus steps into the cabin and fixes his windswept hair. I knew things were going too smoothly.
I can't believe this! It's Cy!
Yeah. After his instinctive outburst, the grunt leader quickly shuts his mouth and gulps.
What do you want from us this time?
Sylus surveys the cabin's interior. He clearly is unimpressed.
There's nothing here that interests me.
Relieved, the man exhales until Sylus takes a few steps.
But you're in my way. So get out.
The grunt leader, who's in charge of the transport mission, uneasily rubs his nose.
Get out? From the plane?
Did I stutter?
Through the cabin windows, the city lights look like a warning rather than a pretty sight. Although the grunts are terrified of Sylus, they don't dare to readily follow his orders, even when they have parachutes.
Do you need me to escort you out personally?
No!
Under Sylus's gaze, the grunt leader staggers to the door. The roaring wind distorts his face. He makes eye contact with Sylus, then, closing his eyes, the grunt leader tumbles out of the plane. He shrieks like a kite with a severed string and disappears into the darkness below. Horrified by the sight, the others waste no time. They jump out of the plane, one after another. The last Shade Tide member, seeing me just stand there, desperately cries.
Why are you still here? You want Ona Kindness to deal with you?
From the corner, Sylus reaches for me. He pulls me close. Have you ever considered that I might be part of Onakainis?
Quite likely.
The Shade Tide's member's eyes widen, but before he can say anything, Sylus takes a half step. It's enough to make the grunt fling himself out of the plane. We're the only ones left. Sylus looks up at me and down as if he expected this.
I knew that pathetic bomb trick wouldn't faze you, sweetie.
I had a feeling you'd try some stunt you used on that truck. You're not one for originality, are you?
Why should I be fancy when we're dealing with this kind of junk?
Fair.
Did you find what you wanted on the plane?
Knowing Sylus, he might take the protocore. Hesitant, I don't answer immediately. But my silence is useless. Sylus's gaze zeroes in on my right hand that's holding the protocore.
So, you found it.
It's just one protocore. You're not going to take it away from me.
Everything that's mine stays mine, remember? I won't let anything go missing.
Too bad. I won't let go of what I want either.
We're more alike than I thought.
I feel a surge of energy and adapt a more aggressive stance, but my hand falters when I reach for the gun at my waist. In that cursed split second, a familiar mist engulfs me, and before I can react, a firm yet gentle grip seizes my neck. I attack, but Sylus has already stepped to the side. He tosses the protocore, sealed within its case, in my hand. Sylus!
What?
Hand it over. After we land, I can write a Good Samaritan report for you.
What if I don't do that? Will I get charged again?
I'm just trying to help. The Association already has this plane on their radar, so they'll move in as soon as we land. Seeing how he remains in his current position, I point to the small case in his hand. We put a precise tracker on that, so no matter where you go, they'll find you as long as you have it.
Is that so?
They already have evil suppressing equipment. Once you confront them directly, I can't guarantee your safety. He moves closer. The protocore case is so close that I can almost grab it. His cold fingers and voice brush against my ear.
Who said I'd wait until the plane lands?
Huh? I cannot believe they gypped us of the pinstripe suit! Like, why? And the I cannot believe they gypped us of this outfit. So mean. So mean. He backs up to the cabin door, and the city's night sky is behind him. A subtle gleam of madness dances in his eyes. You're not actually going to jump out of the plane, are you?
Didn't you say they can find me wherever I go?
Sylus lowers his gaze. His soft voice is almost akin to a hypnotic murmur.
Come find me, kitten.
Then he falls backward and descends from the plane. Sylus! The only response I get is the howling wind. That lunatic! Already equipped with a parachute, I jump after him. I get closer to the bright city lights, yet there's no sign of Sylus. You better hope I fail to catch him. I know this is exactly what he wants, and that he's safe, but my heart is still on edge. My parachute slows my descent in the distance. I see Sylus standing on the roof of a skyscraper. He waves at me. Oh my god, stop! Sylus! He leans against the railing and watches me as if he's holding a glass of wine. Once I land, he helps me down from the ledge. His arm is around my waist.
Was that thrilling enough for you?
Oh my god. While unfastening my harness, I kick him.
Do you feel better now?
Don't you do that too. I only jumped to make sure you were safe. If you have any semblance of common sense, hand over the protocore. My words seem to be very effective. He raises his hands like he's expecting me to search him.
Go ahead, sweetie. You can check to see if I have it on me.
Oh my god. His sudden cooperation makes me hesitate. I meet his half-amused gaze, then I frown, check the pouch attached to my belt, and find a familiar case. He must have given it back when he helped me down.
Do you still think I'm hiding something?
Obviously. I bet you're hiding a lot of trouble. I wrap my arms around his waist. Determined, I hesitantly pat him down, but before I can find anything suspicious, he chuckles and catches my hands.
Do all hunters have weird methods for pat-downs?
Thanks for the compliment, but it's not as weird as the escape plan you had for hijacking a plane. I still can't believe you jumped out like that. I won't bother following you next time.
Sweetie, you'll be even more confident in your jump next time.
He gently stills my raised fist, gesturing toward the sky with his chin. He prompts me to look up. A golden moon hangs over the city.
Won't you look at that? The moon finally revealed itself tonight.
The moon bathes everything in a gentle glow and smooths down rough edges. Sylus hugs me. Aww. And any frustration I had melts into this tranquil scene. It's romantic. A soft, breathy laugh resounds above my head.
So, you do feel it this time.
Aw, it was cute. Oh my god. It almost felt like an earlier card. Just because of like how like grr she was towards him at the beginning there. But like I like it. I like that. I like that this kind of feels like a alright, we're kind of slotting stuff in between the 5 cards, the 5 stars now, and that's like what we need. We just need more 4 stars for him. Not even like these dynamic versions, just regular, the words scroll on the page, 4 stars. Because yeah, we need more stuff like this. More just like, alright, so we know they're getting into shenanigans in between all the different 5 stars. So what are they getting up to though? So good. So good. But yeah, guys, I hope you liked this card as much as I did. If you did, please be sure to leave it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. The next one we will be posting is going to be Raphael's Promise, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, hopefully I should be back to streaming soon. I love you all so much, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye!